Hello again, Grizzlies. We are going to continue our thinking today of factors and multiples in order to understand why some of our arrays may look the way they do and how to determine those number puzzles. So yesterday we covered factors and multiples, and I want to review what those terms mean. So what are factors? Those are the numbers you can multiply to get a certain number. Then what are multiples? Multiples are what you get when you take a certain number and multiply it by other numbers. So as we did yesterday, our factors of 24 were 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24, because combinations of those numbers multiplied together gave us 24. Multiples of 24 are 24, because that's times 1, 48, which is 24 times 2, 24 times 3 is 72. So the answers to those problems are the multiples of 24. The other pieces we're going to talk about today were actually mentioned and solved in your workbook that you did yesterday. Pages 1 and 2, numbers 3 through 6 are what we're going to mention today. So if you were struggling with those, or if you could, just pull those out so you can focus in on them as we talk. So I want you to think about the array that I have showing. It has 5 tiles. It's 5 tiles. And I want you to think if there are any other way I could make an array for 5 tiles. Should be thinking or discussing that no, this is the only way. Yes, I could turn it the other way, but it's the only way is 1 by 5. That's it. So when we have something like that, when we only have one array for our number that is possible, that is called a prime number. Prime numbers only will have one array, one set of dimensions. 1 times itself will be the only thing that will. Now think about this one, which is 10, an array of 10, and the factors are 1, 2, 5, and 10. So we could make a different array of 1 times 10. This is 2 times 5. And anytime you have more than just 2 factors, more than the number times itself, those are all called composite numbers. So prime numbers will only be the number times 1. Composite numbers are the ones where we can come up with more than 2 factors. And now I have one example here, but I want you to discuss with your class some other arrays that would give us a square, that would create a square array. You might have came up with the dimensions of 4 times 4. This one is 3 times 3. Any one where all dimensions are the same and timesing by itself. So 6 times 6, 2 times 2, anything where it's both dimensions are the same will create a square. And that's why it makes sense that these are called square numbers. So you have prime numbers where it's the number times itself. The number times 1, that's a prime number. It will only have one array that is possible. Composite numbers are all things that can be made up of more than just the 2 factors. And then square numbers are when you can make a square array with those numbers.